Bitcoin has dropped 50% to 2024 levels. It looks like we're in a Bitcoin winter, but are you buying any Bitcoin? Today we're talking about why a $60,000 to $70,000 Bitcoin is a generational price to buy Bitcoin. I'm Bryson. Welcome to Simulacra. So Bitcoin seems to be in a free for all right now. I'm excited about this price drop though. We were just at $90,000 a literal month ago, so it really shows the volatility of the asset, and we can assume that this volatility is going to decrease as more people adopt Bitcoin. But for right now, it's volatile, and there are 30 and 40 and 50% swings within the span of a month. Very scary, but if you are only using money that you can afford to lose, then it shouldn't be that scary. And if you have a decade long time horizon on Bitcoin, then it really shouldn't be that scary. The core thing that you have to ask yourself is what are you going to do a decade from now if you didn't buy any Bitcoin? And by a decade from now, the prices right now will look like fodder prices. They'll look like, wow, remember when Bitcoin was $60,000, or remember when we went from 120 to 60,000 in the span of 3 months? A decade from now, those prices won't matter. On long time horizons, those prices will not matter. And it's the same with gold and silver. If you continue to just buy gold and silver at any price, then you'll be good. You're buying precious metals, you're buying Bitcoin, which is digital gold, and you're buying assets that can't just be diluted by printing money. Now, your silver and gold can be diluted because we can mine for more gold and mine for more silver, but there's a certain rate of mining that your purchasing power and your asset won't be basically diluted. So, gold, silver, Bitcoin, precious metals, it won't matter the price right now. Think about a 10 decade, 15 decade, and 20 decade time horizon. The goal is to keep saving your energy, your life energy, into Bitcoin and in gold and in silver and in other precious metals so that no one can take away your life energy. And so that brings us to the importance of dollar cost averaging. So, dollar cost averaging is just buying a certain amount or buying an amount of a asset on a standard time period over a period of time. So if you buy $15 of Bitcoin every month for 10 years, yes, you are dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. And dollar cost averaging is really good because you don't have to get all worried in what prices to buy at. Are you buying at a high? Are you buying at a low? You're just consistently buying, and that consistent buying and that compounding of growth over time is what's really going to pay dividends in the future. With dollar cost averaging, we know that it doesn't matter what price you buy at. If you buy at all time highs every single month for the 10 years, or if you buy at all time lows every single month for 10 years, or if you buy directly in the middle every single month for 10 years, it will average out that if you consistently dollar cost average and consistently bought on a periodic time frame, then you are going to be able to reap the benefits of compound interest. And so being consistent brings us to delayed gratification and thinking about your assets on a long time horizon. And so delayed gratification is just the process of delaying the rewards you get from the effort you are putting into something. And when you're thinking about assets like gold, silver, precious metals, Bitcoin, we really have to think about always buying them and holding them on very long time horizons. These aren't fads. These aren't things that are gone here and are here today and gone tomorrow. These are hard assets that have been here in terms of precious metal for thousands of years. And I promise you, no matter what is happening in the world, gold and silver in 100 years from now will be at a way higher price than they are today. And so, with that, you need to make sure that you are only putting in money that you can afford to lose and investing amounts that is comfortable with your current situation. Don't let anybody tell you that buying $10 of gold or $10 of Bitcoin every month is chump change or not going to move the needle. It's the consistency of constantly buying the asset over a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, and on that is going to really be beneficial to you in the future. It's really delayed gratification. So, only put in money that you can afford to not use for 2, 3 years, for a cycle, even for Bitcoin. Anything Bitcoin, you should really be thinking about 4 to 8 year cycles, and continue to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. The price is going down. It's at 60K, it's at 70K. What should you do? Well, do you believe that Western banks will continue to print money to go to war, to do crimes, to lend out to their buddies and friends, etc.? Do you think Western central banks will continue to print money? If you believe that, which I do, I believe they're going to keep printing money because why not? You can print power at this point with the ability to print money on the US dollar system that we're on right now. And if you believe they're going to keep printing money, then you should buy gold, you should buy silver, you should buy Bitcoin, because those are non-printable assets. They're the only assets we have, precious metals and Bitcoin, that people cannot just frivolously print away and steal your savings into. We know that these transnational capitalists love to print money and basically get benefits during times of crisis, during times of war. They will fund both sides of a conflict because chaos breeds capital and war breeds more capital. So that's their plan. I don't want to contribute to a system of Western money printing, because that Western money printing is really only used to harm people who look like me and other people who look like the people that are printing the money but are not of the same social class. It's really about social class, and the ability to print money makes it so you don't have to really do any hard work. You don't have to be talented. You don't have to live in a meritocracy. You can just print your way to the top. You can just do favors for people to get to the top, and you can exploit everyone else on your way to the top. And so that's why I'm against using fiat, and I'm for precious metals, gold and silver and other precious metals, and Bitcoin, because I am against this Western money printing system we're in. The World Bank, the IMF, working together to print money and also to make sure that other countries are massively in debt. And so you know the importance of dollar cost averaging, consistency, delayed gratification, and you assume that Western central governments and central banks are going to continue printing money for whatever they want to do with it. So, what can you do then to buy more Bitcoin, especially at these lower prices? And what kind of things that can you do to buy Bitcoin that are outside of the normal mainstream avenues, such as having a job and then using the income from that job to buy Bitcoin? Well, first you can create content on Bitcoin, on the Web3 and decentralized finance space in general, like I am. I think that creating content has definitely made me more just knowledgeable in everything that I understand about cryptocurrencies, the Web3, and Bitcoin. And it has definitely helped my articulation when I am talking to other people from various experience levels on the topics of Bitcoin, AI, etc. And so content is definitely a great way to become a thought leader in the space, and then also meet new people, get your ideas out there, and like really build a community on sound thoughts on Bitcoin, Web3, etc. Also, developing open source applications that contribute to the community is a great way to put yourself in a place where you can buy Bitcoin. The community needs way more people that are developing new apps, that are marketing apps, and that overall are talking about different products in the space in general. And so create a product. You can use AI. There are many, many developers that are professional developers at this point that are using applications and tools like Claude Code to develop a system design and then code those microservices or pillars of your system as you go. Also, using products that reward you in cryptocurrency. So, like, I have a Gemini credit card that rewards me in Bitcoin when I use it. You can use other products that have you complete tasks, and when you complete those tasks, you are rewarded in Bitcoin. So, there are many different ways to become a thought leader in the space and make the space into a very cohesive community that is open and accepting, but also is very innovative. So, creating content, building applications and products, and also using products that allow you to gain crypto from the use of those products are all ways that you can position yourself to be able to buy more Bitcoin. And buying Bitcoin at prices like this is going to yield you really, really, really beneficial results in the future. And so remember to buy Bitcoin, stack your sats at any price, especially the lower prices. You're getting a discount on your Bitcoin. Support the channel, like, subscribe, send to your friends, and that has been today's video. You're watching Simulacra. Bye, everyone.